Morning, the entire club is here for a briefing on a new stock car racing team known as the Senior Citizens Rapid Transit Racing Team. All of you present are over the age of 65 and have a passion for the sport of stock car racing. During your lifetime, you have never had a chance to participate in the sport, but have always wanted to be an active participant in the sport. Now is your chance. You have just spent $10,000 of your retirement to do so and are here this morning to see what that money is going to bring to feed your need for speed. Mike will be giving a 18 to 20 minute briefing on what and how SCRT, Senior Citizens Rapid Transit, will bring your dreams of racing to fruition. Mike is fulfilling project number 1 of the technical presentation series, Technical Briefings. Please welcome with me, Mike Slattery.
Good morning, members of SCRT Rapid Transit Racing Team. One of the things that I've noticed in my lifetime, and talking to a lot of people that have been retired, they create a bucket list that they are unable to do because they've been so buried in their lifetime. Now they are excuse me, I've got a bad migraine headache race now, and in doing so my memory goes away, so bear with me. Anyway, we have a bucket list of things that we need to do, and I've never had a chance, except maybe we've gone to Europe, Asia, South America, and we've done that, and what do we get from that? A lot of memories, and perhaps some memories that we've had, but they're usually gone after 3 months to a month, and that's all we have. But in racing, if you have this passion and you've never had a chance to do it, now you have a chance through Senior Citizens Rapid Transit. And you, as a member of that team, gets to actually build a car, race the car, and be part of a team that will probably change the whole idea of people of our age that can do something that the younger people can't. For example, my belief system is that in racing, the experience that you have as an elderly individual, because of your experience, because of your memory, and because of your passion, will always be you will you will be a better racer than youth because your age and experience is greater than those that are continuing to race. So therefore, if you'll take a look, we have a mission statement. And that mission, to be a short track circle race racing team with members over the age of 65. So that means that if you're a member of this team, you have to be the age of 65. We will get into that a little bit more when we take a look at the next thing, which is the bylaws. And our vision is to run a safely built race car and win weekly races. So let's take a look at our bylaws. First of all, you will notice that in the team there will only be allowed 15 members, no more. And that means to be a member of the team will cost you $10,000 for 1 year, perhaps longer if we continue to win. The reason being is because the money that we create through winning will stay with the corporation. We will have a monthly meeting as team members, and starting next week or next month, we will have we will have a board of members of the board will be chosen by the members of the team. 15 members. One of the reasons that we only have that amount is because of the life experience that we will have that we can add together as a team. You see, because with the team and the experience of the older members, the life experience that they have, they can add to the team's ability to win. And one of the things that we do as racers, we have to help everybody because not everybody knows or has ever raced. One of the things in the bylaws is that everyone on the team, every one of you, have a chance to drive the race car in a race. And that will be alphabetical. And if you can't or no, you don't want to race, you don't have to, and then the next person in line will race. So everybody has a chance to race. So you say, okay, some people are better than others. Very true. But that's not the purpose of the team. The purpose of the team is for us to be able to take our bucket list and enjoy it and have this time that we can go ahead and race. So we can take all of our life experience and add it, because with what we have as life experience, we may create a better team than anyone who ever raced in the street stock race. We have all of that life experience. In fact, if you multiply the amount of people who are over 65, it comes to almost 1,000 years of life experience. 15 people over the age of 65, I believe, comes to 975 years. Some of you who over the years may have been engineers, you may have been doctors, and you have that experience that you can pass on to the team. We will have monthly meetings once a month, every Thursday, as we have today, where if you have an idea and that idea is worthwhile to the winning of a race, then the entire team will come up, vote for it, and we will move on. One of the other things is that if you have never run or built a car, and you want to be able to learn how to weld, learn how to fabricate, learn how to paint, all of those things with the 15 people we have and others such as myself that have already done this, you can learn to do it. You can be part of it. Not only that, because no one has a ton of experience or any experience in some cases of driving a race car, they're going to wreck it. So that means that has to be fixed. And we will do that at the team's shop. And we will fix the car, get it back ready, and that has to be done usually within a week or 2 weeks. Because if we don't, then part of our mission, which is winning, we will not be able to do that. So once you spend the money and become part of the team, you are making a commitment to yourself so that you can meet your bucket list. Then, from that, the following year, if you still decide that you want to do it, we can do it. So what happens if all of a sudden you've done it for maybe a month or two and you want not to race? You say, okay, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Then what you have to do is you have to find a replacement. And that individual that you replace will have to come up with the money that you have spent. We will give you your money back because you will be a stockholder. And you will then sell that stock to whomever you decide is going to want to be 65 years or older and be part of it to take your place. Otherwise, you will have to give up your stock in the racing team until you find someone, or let the team take the money that you have spent. All right. The next thing, after the bylaws, we're going to be racing at the Orange Show Speedway. That happens to be in San Bernardino at the National Orange Show. We have the rules, and this is the most important thing we have. And the reason being is that on the rules of the race car, when we go to the race, that car will be inspected to meet those rules. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. Approximately 3 years ago, when Jimmy Johnson was winning everybody, and they were in Jimmy Johnson's race team, which was the Lowe's race team, which is part of NASCAR, no one seemed to understand how that car was doing so well. Well, one of the reasons was because of their crew chief by the name of Chad Knaus. Very intelligent, well-thinking individual as a crew chief. And no one could understand how the Lowe's race car was so good until one afternoon on a Sunday before a race, another team member from another team walked by and noticed that on the sail of the quarter panel. Now that, if for those of you that know what a sail is, it is part of the roof that carries down to the quarter panel. It's part of the race car, part of all cars, and it's called a sail. And what they had done is, because there was no template, they had a small little break, a little lip on that sail that went down and created approximately 2 to 5 miles an hour faster when they were racing side by side. Well, when that was discovered, NASCAR at that time didn't realize that because they didn't have a template to guarantee that that would be okay, that everybody had to meet that rule. But Chad Knaus had it figured out. Now, there were some consequences, but that year, Jimmy Johnson won the NASCAR championship, one of 7 of them. That comes from life experience and thinking. And that's what we want for the rules at the Orange Show. So I want you to take this home. I want you to read it well. And I want you to think whatever you can, what's very important to you, to create that knowledge so that we can have a faster race car than anyone in the street stock division. And by doing that, we can maybe make money as a race team. So the stock value that you have will become greater. One last thing. A lot of you have favorite cars that you want to race. Chevy, Ford, Chrysler. My preference is the Dodge Challenger. The reason being is that it has the lowest center of gravity and also has race car parts that are easy and inexpensive. Now, allow me to, at this point in time, to quit and ask, are there any questions that would be of an interest to you, that why you joined our team? Janice,
Are girls allowed?
if you look at the, yes, they are.
Okay.
However, they have to be 65, and the only discrimination that we have is anyone under the age of 65. So women are more than welcome. We will show them, we'll have mentors on how, if they want to learn how to weld, paint, whatever they want to do, and they will be able to drive.
Where is your location, where's your car going to be located in your shop? And do you already have the equipment, or is that part of this purchase?
We do, but due to a short period of time, I have a list of all the equipment. We have everything. We have, to answer your question for equipment, we have a bench to build a car on. We have both MIG, TIG, and stick welders. We have spray booths for painting. We have workbenches, welding tables. We have all those things, and it's in off of Calmia Street in Moreno Valley. Bob.
Do you have either a driving test or some instructions on how that I should learn how to race so that I don't kill myself?
None. This is the beauty of what we do. The reason all you need to do is spend $50, you'll get a license, you get in the car, and you get out, and you do the best you can, whatever you think.
Oh.
Absolutely. Deanne.
So why, since we have to be old, do our cars have to be newer?
The rules as far as the cars don't have to be newer. I've made the choice as a car, you have to be 1960 or older. Cannot be.
Newer.
Huh?
This handout says any 1960 or newer.
That's right, that's correct. That's the rule. And mine is a Challenger, it's about 2005, 2004.
Right, but if we have to be over 65, how come our cars have to be so young?
Because we want to win. That's exactly why. A 1960 V8 is not the same as a 2004 or 5 V8. Exactly.
Do you have a minimum number of hours you have to log as a member in the shop?
Do we have what?
Do you have a minimum number of hours that, as a member, I have to log? in
Good
the shop
question.
doing
The
work?
team, the Monday through Friday, actually Monday through Saturday, the shop will be open from 3 in the afternoon until 7 or 8 at night. And you can attend during that time, or if you want to go in and do something on your own, for example, if we need something done that's going to take a little bit longer and you have someone that's going to help you, you're more than happy to go into the shop. And that's only part of the fun that can be had while racing. Yes, Sonny?
So you talk about investments and stocks. How do we make dividends on our investments?
There would be none.
Oh.
There would be none because racing at this level is of you earning monies or dividends have to go to the race team because of the actual racing that goes on and what the cost is. For example, on race day, in order to win, we're going to need 4 tires 4 brand new tires. And that will be every week, and that's 14 weeks. Every week. And that means you'll need brand new tires each week. If you're lucky as a team, you may be able to sell those to some people that don't have the money you have. All right? Because the money that you spend is going to go to those to those tires, and also to the bringing in the people that want to participate of the 15 members that we would send. Yes, Jim?
Other than the 10,000 from each of the 15 members, do you have any other corporate sponsors for county sources?
We will. One of the members of forgive me, members of the board of directors will be a sponsor chairman, and if we got a sponsor, then that money will go to the team, and the monies will be used, and their name, depending on the amounts that they give, will be put on the quarter panel of the car so that they can see that that particular team, as you know, it'd be similar to what you see on TV for the big races, like Lowe's and Tide and all the different other ones. We obviously, in street stock racing, you wouldn't have those. It would be local businesses that would help you get through. Bob?
On this thing you passed out, the Orange Show schedule, it looks like there's 12, but you talk about a weekly thing. How often am I supposed to race?
Well, till everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets a chance, so whichever race that we determine we're going to race, either the Orange Show, we could go to Irwindale, there's I-95, they all fit under the same rules. With that, I want to thank you very much. Next month, we will have another meeting. Thank you. Turn the meeting back over to our host. Thank you.